Arthur was a busy man. His alarm clock rang at 5 a.m. every day. It was a loud, harsh sound. He hated it. He would jump out of bed. His heart was already beating fast. He felt tired. He felt behind. He had not even started his day, but he felt late. He drank his coffee too fast. It burned his tongue. He did not taste it. He got dressed in a rush. His tie was crooked. He did not care. He ran to his car. He drove to work. The traffic was bad. He honked his horn. He felt angry. "Move!" he yelled. No one heard him. At his office, his desk was full of paper. His computer screen was full of emails. They all said, "Urgent." Arthur sat down. He started to type. His fingers moved fast on the keys. Click, click, click. He replied to one email, then another, then 5 more came in. His phone rang. It was his boss. "Arthur, where is the report?" his boss asked. "I need it now." "I am working on it," Arthur said. He felt sweat on his forehead. He hung up. He worked faster. He went to a meeting. It was a long meeting. People talked a lot. They did not decide anything. Arthur looked at his watch. He was wasting time. He had so much work to do. He felt trapped. He ate his lunch at his desk. He did not taste his food. He was typing with one hand and eating with the other. He dropped some sauce on his shirt. He wiped it off with a paper towel. It left a stain. He did not have time to care. The afternoon was the same. More emails. More calls, more rushing. Arthur felt like he was running. He was running very fast, but he was not going anywhere. He looked at the clock. It was 6 p.m. Most people were going home. Arthur was still working. He felt sad. He felt alone. "I am so busy," he said to himself. "I am the busiest person here." He thought this was a good thing. He thought being busy meant he was important. He thought it meant he was doing a good job. But deep down, he did not feel good. He felt empty. He felt like a small animal in a cage. He was running on a wheel. The wheel spun fast. His little legs moved fast. But the wheel stayed in the same spot. He was tired. He was dizzy. He wanted to stop. But he was afraid to stop. If he stopped, he might fall. One day Arthur could not take it anymore. His head hurt. His chest felt tight. He walked out of his office. He needed air. He walked to a small park near his building. It was a sunny day. But Arthur did not feel the sun. He sat on a bench. He put his head in his hands. He felt like crying. "Are you okay, son?" a voice asked. Arthur looked up. An old man was standing there. He had white hair and a kind face. He wore old, comfortable clothes. He looked calm. He held a wooden walking stick. I am fine," Arthur lied. He wiped his face. "I am just very busy." The old man smiled. It was a gentle smile. "Busy," he said. "That is a very popular word these days. Everyone is busy." He sat down on the bench next to Arthur. He did not say anything for a while. He just looked at the sky. "Look up there," the old man said. He pointed with his stick. Arthur looked up. He saw a blue sky. He saw a few white clouds. And then he saw it. A large bird? It was an eagle. It was flying high. It did not flap its wings much. It just glided on the wind. It looked peaceful. It looked strong. It looked free. "That is a beautiful bird," the old man said. His name was Elias. "It is not busy, but it is very effective." Arthur looked at Elias. "What do you mean?" he asked. "It's just flying." "It is hunting," Elias said. "It is looking for food. It has a goal. It does not waste energy. It uses the wind. It sees everything from up there. When it sees its prey, it will dive. It will be fast. It will be precise. It will get what it needs. It does not run around in circles." Arthur looked back at the eagle. He felt a strange feeling in his chest. He wanted to be like that bird. He wanted to be calm. He wanted to be free. "I am not like that eagle," Arthur said softly. "I am like a hamster on a wheel." Elias nodded. "I know that wheel," he said. "I was on it for many years. I ran very fast. I got very tired. I thought I was going somewhere. But one day I fell off. I got sick. I had to stop." Arthur looked at Elias with wide eyes. "You were like me?" "Yes," Elias said. "I was. But I learned something. Being busy is not the same as being effective. Being busy is about filling time. Being effective is about using time well. Being busy is about motion. Being effective is about progress. Being busy is tiring. Being effective is fulfilling." "How do I stop the wheel?" Arthur asked. His voice shook a little. I am afraid. If I stop, I will get fired. I will fail. You are already failing, son, Elias said gently. You are failing yourself. You are failing your health. You are failing your life. The wheel will break you. You must get off. Arthur knew Elias was right. He felt it deep inside. But how? He asked again. I have so much to do. Do less, Elias said. It sounded too simple. Do less? Arthur repeated. I can't do less. I have deadlines. You have too many things on your list, Elias said. Most of them do not matter. You must find the things that truly matter, the big things, the things that get you real results. Do those things first. Do them well. Say no to the other things. Say no to the small busy tasks that eat your time. Elias drew a circle in the dirt with his stick. This is your day, he said. He put many small stones in the circle. These are your tasks. The circle is full. You are busy. Then he drew another circle. He put one big stone in it, then another big stone. The circle was almost full. He added a few small stones around the big ones. This is the effective day, Elias explained. You put the big important stones in first. These are your true goals, the things that make a real difference. Then you fit the small things around them. If you put the small stones in first, the big stones will not fit. That is the hamster wheel trap. You fill your day with small useless things. You have no room for the big important things. Arthur looked at the circles in the dirt. It made sense. It was so simple, but it felt so hard. I will try, Arthur said, but he was still scared. Do not just try, Elias said. Do it. Pick one big thing to do tomorrow, just one. Do it first, before you check your email, before your first meeting. Do it with all your focus, then see how you feel. Arthur went back to work. He felt different. He looked at his long to-do list. He looked for a big stone. He found one. It was a project he had been putting off. It was important, but it was hard, so he always did the easy, busy emails first. The next morning, Arthur woke up. His alarm was still loud, but he did not jump out of bed. He took a deep breath. He did not check his phone. He got dressed calmly. He drove to work. The traffic was still bad. He did not honk. He listened to music. At his desk, he did not open his email program. He closed his office door. He took out the file for the big project. He started to work on it. It was hard. His mind wanted to wander. He wanted to check his phone. He wanted to see if anyone had emailed him, but he forced himself to focus. He worked for 2 hours. He made real progress. He felt a sense of accomplishment he had not felt in a long time. Then he opened his email. There were 50 new emails. He felt the old panic rise. He wanted to answer them all, fast. He remembered Elias. He remembered the big stones. He scanned the emails. Most were not important. He deleted some. He filed others. He answered only the few that truly needed an answer. His boss called. Arthur, did you answer my email from 10 minutes ago? Arthur took a breath. No, sir, he said. I was working on the big project. I made good progress on it. There was silence on the phone. Arthur felt his heart beat fast. Was his boss angry? Oh, his boss said. Okay, good. That project is important. Keep going. Arthur was surprised. He did not get yelled at. He got praise. The rest of the day was hard. Old habits were strong. He caught himself rushing. He caught himself doing busy work. But each time, he stopped. He asked himself, is this a big stone, or is this just sand? He left work at 5:30 p.m. It was still light out. He felt tired, but it was a good tired. It was not the empty, stressed tired of the hamster wheel. It was the tired of a good day's work. He went to the park again. Elias was there. He was watching the sky. I did it, Arthur said. I did the big stone first. Elias smiled. And how did it feel? It was hard, Arthur admitted, but it felt real. I felt like I actually did something. Good, Elias said. You stepped off the wheel for a moment. Now you must keep stepping off, every day. It was not easy for Arthur. Some days he failed. Some days the emails and the meetings pulled him back onto the wheel. He would run fast and feel stressed again. He would feel the sweat and the panic. He would doubt himself. Maybe I should just be busy, he would think. It is easier to just run. But then he would remember the eagle. He would remember the feeling of peace and purpose. He would go back to Elias. One weekend, Elias took Arthur for a hike. They went to a small mountain outside the city. The path was steep. It was rocky. Arthur was not fit. He breathed hard. His legs hurt. "This is hard," Arthur puffed. "Are we there yet?" "Do not rush," Elias said. He walked with a steady, slow pace. "Look at your feet. Take one step, then another. That is all." They climbed for an hour. Arthur wanted to stop. He wanted to go back down. It was too much work. "Look up," Elias said. Arthur looked up. He saw the top of the mountain. It was still far, but he was closer than before. "Do not look at the top," Elias said. "Look at the next step. The top will take care of itself if you take the steps." They kept climbing. It was slow. It was hard work, but it was not frantic work. It was steady. It was purposeful. Finally, they reached the top. The air was cool and fresh. Arthur looked out. He could see for miles. He could see the city far below. It looked small. The cars looked like little toys. The buildings looked like tiny boxes. The noise of the city did not reach up here. It was quiet. It was peaceful. "This is the eagle's view," Elias said softly. Arthur stood there. He caught his breath. He felt a great sense of calm wash over him. The stress of his job felt far away. The busy work felt unimportant. "From up here," Elias said, "you can see the whole picture. You can see where you are going. You are not just looking at the ground in front of your nose. You are not just running on a wheel." Arthur looked at the view. He understood. "The wheel is down there," Elias said, pointing to the city. "The noise, the rush, the busyness, it is all down there. Up here, there is clarity. Up here, there is purpose." "It was a hard climb," Arthur said. "Yes," Elias agreed. "The path of the eagle is harder than the wheel of the hamster. The wheel is easy to get on. You just run. You do not have to think. You do not have to plan. You just react. The path up the mountain requires effort. It requires choices. You have to choose to climb. You have to choose to take the hard steps. You have to choose to say no to the easy path." Elias put a hand on Arthur's shoulder. "But look at the view, Arthur. Look at where you are. Is it not worth the climb?" Arthur nodded. Tears welled up in his eyes. He felt proud. He had climbed the mountain. He had left the wheel. "You are not a hamster, Arthur," Elias said firmly. "You were never meant for a cage. You were meant to climb. You were meant to soar. You were meant to be effective, not just busy." Arthur took a deep breath of the mountain air. He felt strong. He felt ready. He knew it would still be hard. The wheel would always be there, tempting him with its easy, mindless running. But he had seen the view from the top. He knew the difference now. He knew that being busy was a trap. It was a lie that kept him small and tired. He knew that being effective was the truth. It was the hard path, but it was the only path that led anywhere real. He looked up at the sky. An eagle glided far above them, silent and strong. Arthur watched it until it disappeared into a cloud. He smiled. He was ready to start his journey. He was ready to get off the wheel for good. He was ready to walk the eagle's path. It was time to stop running fast and start moving forward. It was time to really live. The walk down the mountain was easier. Arthur felt light. He felt a new energy in his steps. He knew what he had to do on Monday. He would not rush. He would not panic. He would choose his big stones. He would climb his mountain one steady step at a time. He would not just be busy. He would be effective. And in being effective, he would finally be free.